breathtaking Palma de Mallorca, also known as Spain's top yacht racing destination, hosted the fifth and final event of the 2019 44 Cup. Co-hosted by Real Club Náutico de Palma, this season's concluding event determined the overall champion of the circuit as well as the 44 Cup Palma title holder. The Bay of Palma showed its ruthless teeth to the fleets on the opening day, with winds gusting up to 40 knots and a heinous sea state keeping them tied on the dock.
Today we went out at about 1 o'clock to take a look, and it was blowing 22, 25 knots, but the sea state was not manageable at all. It wouldn't have been racing, it would have been survival, so it just wasn't going to work, to be fair.
Chris Bake's Team Aqua and Vladimir Prasikin's Team Nika were considered to be the top contenders. However, the 2018 44 Cup champion, Nico Poons and his Team Charisma, made most sense of the tricky conditions and scored 2 bullets on racing day 2. But that shouldn't have reassured the latter, since the tables seem to have turned for Igor Lars' Team Searef, who ruled the penultimate day, scoring 2 bullets, elevating themselves to second place overall, just below Charisma. Meanwhile, Torbjörn Tonquist's Artemis Racing had been demonstrating some consistent sailing, fighting for the 44 Cup Palma's podium. Part of it attributed to the experienced coach Tom Burnham, who has been a Palma regular for over 15 years, sailing in various classes.
In the 44 class, the role of the coach is to support the team, help out with seeing things outside the boat that they can't see, and just try and give another viewpoint to what the guys are doing on board.
He's just super helpful. Like, he's the eyes off the boat too. He's the problem solver. He's the guy that gets all the pieces together, runs the video, gets it so that we can all look at it, gives us suggestions, and he's really that person that absorbs all the information and then also feeds it to us at the right time.
Trying to answer questions that they may have, having a look at the setups of the boats, seeing the current, checking the line bias, sort of just trying to be a set of eyes outside the boat for the tactician and the rest of the crew.
On to the final day, and all odds were on the table for the 4 leading teams. Starting dynamically, Charisma won the first race, but Team Searef left no room for mistakes and took the second race with a bullet. This effectively left 3 teams on equal points, with overall victory coming down to the last race of the season. In an unsettling sea and 25 knots of wind, the long-awaited race was won by Team Searef, crowning themselves the 44 Cup Palma champions, as well as the 44 Cup overall champions. On the 44 Cup Palma leaderboard, Nico Poons' Charisma almost got a taste of the victory, since they finished tied on points with Team Searef, but second on countback. Meanwhile, Torbjörn Tonquist's Artemis Racing came in third. The podium for the overall 2019 44 Cup saw second place go to Chris Bake's Team Aqua, with Vladimir Prasikin's Team Nika claiming third.
Result is great, what we didn't want to even think about, because it was such a big difference between first 2 boats and ours going to this event, but obviously it worked out perfectly.
The 44 Cup resumes in April 2020 from Portorož, Slovenia, home country of the 2019 44 Cup champions.